No need to fear. No, they lean on your own understanding. We go guide you standing, trusting on what guiding way. Every step you take, you go the lead. Now the wisdom of God, you go lead. You go make your path straight, remove the strife. Oh, trust him well, he dey give you life. Trust the Lord, the path they clear. Trust him more, no need to fear. No, they lean on their own understanding. He go guide you standing, trust the Lord, what the He in love, no they ever fail, never fail, never fail. Truth forever, they prevail, oh they prevail.
Excuse me. Hi, was this set up? Testing, testing. Good morning. Good morning. Can we have some energy? It's very early in the day. You are very welcome. I'll request that we take our seats and get started. All right, by way of introduction, my name is Diana Atim. I am a Rotarian. I will be your MC for the day. Okay, firstly, thank you so much for being here. It's a Thursday morning. I'm aware there are a lot of things you could be doing today, but you spared your time to join us today to the Rotary Fellowship of Empowering Women. So today is about the women, yes? And the gentlemen in the room as well say a strong yes. There we go, there we go. So thank you so much. Really appreciate you for being here physically. And for the team online, we as well take recognition of your presence. We are still with you as well throughout the entire morning. All right, so allow me just make a couple of recognitions of those in the room while the rest join us, and then we'll get into the program of the day. So I will start by, of course, recognizing our chief guest, the Rotary International President, Stephanie Ruchik. And her aide, right next to her, Rotary International Director nominee, Tom Gump. Then I see as well the Rotary International Director, Danielle Tonase. Thank you. I was looking for, is she going to join us? Perfect. Well, we'll recognize her later. Thank you. All right, then I will move on to recognize as well the Rotary, the immediate. Okay, yes, I see in the room. I will move on to recognize none other than the Rotary Foundation trustee. Thank you, Paul. Thank you for being with us. As well as the past Rotary Foundation trustee, Jita. Thank you for having us today as well, as to your venue. I'll move on as well to recognize the Rotary, the immediate past district. My apologies, I see you in the room. The immediate past Rotary International Director, Patrick Chisanga. Oh, same side. And then as well, I see our district governors, starting with our own. Thank you so much for being here, DG Ann. We appreciate it. And as well, thank you for being here, DG Agnes. All right, then I see as well past district governors. We have two in the room for District 9213, District 9214 right here. I will as well recognize our district governor-elects, DG H. Takula and DG A. Christine. Christine as well is the aide to the Rotary International President. Appreciate you being here. District governor nominees. We have one in the room, Gerald Dubai. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for being here. The district representatives will be joining us. I see one here already. Thank you for joining us from District 9214. And then special recognitions for particularly, allow me mention, those online as well. Past District Governor, Barbara Wischer from Austria, she's online. Another special mention to Samwanje, Return Samwanje. He's the chair of fellowships. So we report to him as well. Thank you for being here. Thank you, we appreciate it. So to start us off for the program that we have today, I will request Rotary International Director nominee, Tom, if you could kindly please come and introduce to us our chief guest. It's a mint sweet.
Thank you very much. It is indeed an honor to be here with you today, and it's an honor to introduce President Stephanie to you. You know, she is such an important person to our organization. She inspires us, she motivates us. She's intelligent, she works hard. But one thing I know about her from her history, even before she was president, is that she empowers women. Absolutely. At one time in my district, when I was district governor, our district started a club, the Rotary Network for Empowering Women. And I remember going to Stephanie and asking her advice on how to do this. She told me about during her career how she mentored young females, not only in the professional but also in social situations. So she is a role model to me and to many on how to empower women. There's a lot of other things I can say, but I just want you to know that in her heart, it's important for her that she had been invited to this fellowship for empowering women, and she's the best person we could have to be here with us today. Thank you.
Okay, so pardon me, I'm switching microphones because I was told this is not that loud. Am I loud and clear now? Perfect. Thank you for the confirmation. Allow me as well recognize the Rotary International guests we have in the room, the present, past, future. I see PDG Stella. PDG Victor, Past District Governor Victor, if you're around. Past District, yes, thank you. Past District Governor Yvonne. With a special mention, I believe she's the only Arch Club Society member in the room. Yeah? And she's a lady, she's a woman. As well, Gita, thank you for joining us. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so we'll move into the next section of our program, which is for me to invite our cream rose. When I say rose, just to explain, you're going to hear the word a lot today morning. A rose is a member of the Rotary Fellowship for Empowering Women. Now, we do have colors of the roses, but I will not get into that. If you're colorblind, we will try to direct you and show you a color somewhere in the room, yes? But why we're here today, frankly, started with a vision somebody had in her tenure as First District. Today, she's Past District Governor. But when she was governor, she woke up and realized there's a need in Rotary, which gave birth to what today we call the Rotary Fellowship for Empowering Women. So allow me, with a round of applause, invite our Past District Governor, Rosette Nabumba. Owefumbi, language barrier, what does that mean? I'm not certain Google will give us that answer.
Thank you very much, and good morning to you, my Rotary family. I stand on the protocol that has been shared, but of course I recognize our chief guest, the Rotary International President, Stephanie. I cannot fail to also say something about the person I'm looking after very well, possibly, Trustee Paul Ijoma. And I can't fail to mention the person we have who has been our role model, PDG Jitamanek, who started it all in terms of being the first female in our region to be a governor. Thank you so much. So in these few minutes, allow me to share a little bit of the how, where, and when of the Rotary Roses and the Rotary Fellowship. I'll leave my colleagues to talk about the fellowship. I'll just say the where and how. A woman is fulfilled when they are given a freedom, the freedoms that they require to participate. If they don't get voice, they will be disruptive. And I've recognized that over many years of work, many of us come from different experiences. I also have a lived experience, as you do. And it's your choice to bring that lived experience into Rotary, or you leave it out. For me, I made a choice. And the choice is that everywhere I go, empowering women is a gift I give, wherever I go. And I'll give an example, and this is my motivation. In the church, where I've served for many years, I am head of laity of Mukono Cathedral, which has 2,000 Christians. And I'm the first female head of laity in 40 years of that diocese. And I've given chance to women to come up. And now they are telling me, when are you finishing this head of laity? And you go away. And I like that one, because it means the goal has been achieved. In the Ministry of Finance, where I have worked for 25 years, the first role I was given is to mainstream, work with others to mainstream gender and equity in government programs. And I'm sure many are here who have worked on that agenda for more than 20 years. And you have been there working on the same under Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Gender Equity, Gender, Labor and Social Development. And we have succeeded, because gender and equity is now part of the budget process every year. And why do we care? It's because when you look at the Ugandan numbers, in the past, half of the poor people, most of the poor people were women and youth. And you needed to work on them to contribute to the economy. And remember, the women in the economy are not different from the women who are in Rotary. You are part of it. So it means if I am working on poverty in the country, I'm working on you. So that's the background, that it's not because I came to Rotary that I'm working on women. Now, what's the problem? Many women are timid. They don't have confidence. That's what I found in Rotary. They are timid, not because they don't know, not because they are harassed by anybody, but they lack the confidence to do things they are supposed to do. And that affects Rotary. And because of that, we started the Rotary Roses. And the result, I work on M&E, monitoring and evaluation. I start with the result. What do we want to see? We know that Rotary will be healthier, more productive, and with the results, if everybody feels safe, if everybody's voice can be heard, if everybody can bring their opportunities on the table, that's when Rotary will grow. And if we don't do that, women will always be disruptive. And I've seen it, and I would rather not have that. We started the Rotary Roses in August 2020. And I want those members, those people who have walked the journey, to stand up for recognition. The ones who have been part and parcel, please stand up. Yes, we started with the gender lens. Even men, you need the men. Thank you very much. These are the people who have started, and many others who are online, who started this journey. You need a team to do the right thing. And our strategy, we actually had a vision. We crafted our vision around the vision of Rotary. And we said, together, we see a world where people unite to empower women to take action and create lasting change in our communities and ourselves. We did not want to deviate from the essence of the fact that we are a Rotary group. And therefore, we took the mission and worked with that. And we continued and formed teams. You cannot win in this game if you don't use your brain. So we said, we are calling it Rotary Roses. I'm Rosette, but most people know me as a rose. And I wanted to clone as many roses in this world as I could because I've been empowered. And therefore, we need to empower others. And we wanted to make sure that they use their brains and make money. If they are not giving to the Rotary Foundation, it's because they don't have the money. We must find a way to empower them to understand financial matters, to understand economic matters, to be able to speak eloquently wherever they are. And that's what we have been working on. And we made sure the name of the group is not threatening to anyone. I'm not saying the men. I'm saying that it's not threatening to anyone. It's called Rotary Roses, simple things, roses, and so who would care what would happen, but wanted to increase their numbers and also make sure they are on the table. And indeed, we also made sure that the district conference, thank you, Jane Kabugo, who was the DCA chair then, in COVID, moreover in COVID, we integrated an element of awards for anyone who works on gender issues the way we want it to happen. And indeed, we got an award at African level for women in Rotary award at the zone level. So I would like to thank everybody who has been able to work with us. One of the objectives of our 2021 strategy was to form a fellowship, which takes a footprint away. We become the locus of growth for the world, for women. And my colleague, who is coming after me, will talk about that fellowship, where it has gone. I will not talk about it. But in terms of the future, we see a bright future. If you look around this room, you can guess the average age here. And one of the things we must work on is to make sure we hand over the legacy to the young generation. If I'm missing in a Rotary Roses or meeting, but I see it's happening, I'm very happy because that's what I intend. I should not cling on power, because if I do, then others won't come. So I ask my colleagues with whom we started, let's see more of the young people. I don't see the Rotaractors. I need them. We need them. We have made a footprint outside this country, but we need to actually work internally to show that we are moving forward. I rest my case. Thank you very much.
Indeed, every great accomplishment starts with the courage to begin. And our previous speaker began, and this is why we're here today. Thank you so much, Cream Rose. We're getting there with the colors. That's the first color, the only Cream Rose. All right, allow me recognize the presence of, she stepped out, but she's sitting right behind DGE Christine, Elizabeth Nganga. I will make a mention of her when she returns as well. But she's the Rotary Foundation Major Gifts Advisor. So it's a pleasure to have her in the room, staff of Rotary International as well. In the room as well, I see a lady with a crown. And for potential future collaboration and partnerships, I don't know if I'm guilt-tripping her to partner with us in the future, Miss Tourism of Uganda. Thank you for joining us. Beautifully dressed, a lady with a crown indeed. And a Rotaractor from Kampala North. There we go. We're doing well with getting them in the room. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you being here. So our next speaker is actually one of the founding members of the Rotary Roses. And she's going to take us through what we are, what is Rotary Fellowship for Empowering Women. And as well going to share much more than that. So I request that we are very attentive. And as she walks here, allow me, because I love my job as the Vice Chair of the Rotary Fellowship for Empowering Women, I need to recognize the chairperson, who is online, Kimberly Kasana, Virtual hellos to you, virtual hand claps as well to you, our chairperson. Yes, please, Flavia.
Thank you very much, Vice Red Rose. Good morning, everybody. I'm just going to stand on the protocol that has been observed. I'm very honored to be presenting to you, Madam President and your delegation. Thank you so much for visiting us and especially honoring our invitation to fellowship with the Rotary Roses. My name is Flavia Serugo, and I was the chairperson for the Rotary Roses in PDG Rosetti's year, and also the founder for this beautiful Rotary Fellowship. I'll just briefly take you through what the fellowship is all about, what we have achieved, and maybe a few challenges, and maybe you can brainstorm on what next we can do together. She has already mentioned what she did for us. We celebrated this because she was the first female Ugandan governor. After 63 years, yes. So it was a big thing to us. We know we had PDG Jita in 2012, but this was a big thing for Uganda. So this is where we started with the fellowship. And it was all about elevating us women to stand out and to be heard as a powerful force in Rotary. So the fellowship was launched during COVID in 2021, June. And as you all are aware, we were I think the country which had the longest lockdown. So it was a way of engaging our members through the fellowship. And we want to thank, I think we had a very big launch within the lockdown at PDG Ken's home. Thank you very much for hosting us. So, fellowships are about passion, and we are all like-minded people with a passion of empowering women and girls to thrive. And our mission, we see a future where every girl and woman thrives. The mission for us is to empower the girl child and the women to thrive in businesses, in your personal lives, and also in your Rotary lives, communities, and beyond. We want you to create a lasting change within yourself and in the communities, similar to what PDG Rosetti's vision was. The fellowship has 4 strategic priority areas for the period of 2024 to 26. And we're currently considering strengthening our organization by securing global and partnerships and affiliations. We want to grow membership, widen our base geographically, nationally, and globally. And we want to ensure that the structures are effective to ensure also financial stability. We want to also enhance membership engagement by providing opportunities for learning and networking for members, and also opportunities for leadership growth. We also want to create community impact by raising awareness about issues that affect the girls and women in our communities. And we are also a learning organization whereby we want to see a versatile and innovative organization in the future. Our values are not very different from what we have with Rotary, but we picked diversity because we believe that we are all an inclusive, group. We are leaders, just like she mentioned, roses, king or queens of the flowers out there. So we're leaders who apply our skills and take action to solve community needs. Service is what we stand for as Rotarians, and we want to ensure that we serve those girls and women in our communities and beyond. And fellowship. We enjoy a sisterhood, we enjoy this friendship, and of course with our are doing service as well as in our professional networks. The membership is open. Some of you probably think the fellowship is only for women. It's a perception that people have out there. But our membership is also open to men. And we have the following categories of membership. We have the blue roses, and those are the men. I'll just, I think in the slides coming on, we shall show you the numbers of the roses. We have the orange roses. We are collective. We have inner well in the houses. In the house, do we have some inner well? Yes, orange roses. We have them here. Pink roses are the female Rotaractors. They're represented here by Miss Tourism as well. We have the majority, the white roses, the female Rotarians, and then we have partners who we call the green roses. Membership is only 100,000, and that is annual, equivalent to about $27. And the Rotaractors now are confidently paying 50,000, about $14. We have consulates, those are chapters in different countries, and they pay an annual membership fee of $200. And I'll explain about the consulates later. And the green champions or the partners, they pay us from $350, and you become a member, as long as you're passionate to do service with us, passionate about empowering women and girls. Our structure, we have the trustees, and I'll have to mention that they're still vacant, so those who would want to apply, we have that position. We have the chair of the fellowship represented online, that is Red Rose Kimberly, and we have the vice here. Then we have the different committees. For purposes of time, I may not really call you upon you, but I think we have the finance and admin, currently headed by Edith Kakuba. We have membership by Barbara Chitogo. The consulate director is Jane Kabugo. Public image, Daphne Nafula. Programs, Pink Rose, Caro Bavuga. And then partnerships, Jennifer. And they have deputies under them. The rest of us are members. The activities, as I already highlighted, really, it's about service, servicing the women, mentorship programs for the girls and the women, leadership and professional development programs, even for our members, as well as women in communities. We do awareness and advocacy activities, supporting community and district programs, Rotary programs. And key also, we celebrate sisterhood achievements in our membership. I'll just show you some of the activities we've done over the years. We've provided some agriculture inputs to some women out there, just to help them get rid of poverty. Peace and conflict resolution remains also very key for us, especially in COVID, where we had a number of girls who were pregnant teenage mothers, and these are some of the seminars we do. Right now, these mothers have established a birth center, and they are also being reformed to go back to school. We have skilling programs also for the teenage moms. They did some urban farming and paper bags. That is kind of the rehabilitation program we have with them. Celebration of sisterhood. We usually have these talks about us. We have networking events, AGMs, meet and greet, everything. Community Rotary Family Health Camps. These are also something we do to support what the district and the country is doing. Access to healthcare services in the communities. Access to legal services. We have our very own Pink Rose here who provides free pro bono, services for these communities. We are very popular, by the way, this time around. I think we shall be at the district conference in Jinja. So we are part of the group who organized the breakout sessions, and that was our first breakout session in the Bubbles here by Jen Kabugo. And we also hit the Rotary International Conventions recently, where we've made our first footstep, and those were our speakers, all roses of the fellowship. And we shall be going back. I'll just share some few key milestones. Now we are fully registered as a fellowship, operating here at Rotary International as well. We are diverse in gender, geographical locations. Currently, we are about 107 members here in Uganda. And yes, that is the little number of I wanted to share with you. We have 7 blue roses in the fellowship, 10 pink roses, those are Rotractors, 6 orange roses. Oh, there are 2 yellow roses, those are non-Rotarians. Then we have 15 nationalities in the whole membership, represented in 13 countries, in Uganda, Tanzania, Eritrea, USA, Switzerland, Canada, Cayman Islands, Puerto Rico, Australia, Philippines, India, Pakistan, Nigeria, and South Africa. Then, of course, leadership development programs. We have master classes, which are also ongoing this year. I think starting next week, we also have one. We do life scaling with Toastmasters, and most of our members also support the Rotary Leadership, facilitators in the Rotary Leadership Institute. We are growing nationally and globally through the consulates. Consulates are a group of 10 women who come together to do the same thing as us. And locally, we have about 6 consulates, but our consulates director, Jen Kabugo, is very hungry to grow more consulates, and this year, I think we are going to grow. The consulates here are Sonde. If your club is not here, you need even to work harder. Sonde, Nalia, Mbarara East, Kampala, Sese, Sunrise Kampala. We have national chapters. On the 18th of October, we opened a chapter in Atlanta, USA. That is our first, so we are growing. And there are more information. We have a chapter information in Nigeria and in Tanzania. So we are growing. Grooming of leadership, I think when Rossetti was presenting, we have seen a rise of in leadership for women. And those are some of the few, of the many, not the few, of the many positions we are holding, or we've held. We have women serving as club service projects directors, administrators, youth, mentorship, membership, and PR. We have presidents. Do you have any presidents in the house? Roses? Yes. Yes. We have assistant governors, past assistant governors, roses. Please stand up for recognition. Yes. We have club and district TRF mobilizers. Recently, you realize that the women are giving more to the foundation, but some of these mobilizers actually are roses. So we want to recognize the TRF mobilizers in the house. Florence Muchibi is there, TRF mobilizer, and Jen. Thank you. We have program chairs, mental health. I think one is online. We have Empowering Girl Initiative ambassadors, stand up for recognition. We have My Body is My Body, another ambassadors. We have a Cancer Run chair coming in next year, is a rose. So we'll be there. District country chairs or lieutenant governors, roses, please stand up. We have a few of them. Julie, Kate, incoming. District executive secretaries, those who have served, I think it's Jen and myself. Then we have Raila mobilizers. We had Winnie Karunji, I think is online. And we have our Red Rose, Kim, will be a Raila officer next year. Inter-country committee chairs, Helen, incoming. District planning and implementation chairs. Yes, we have Jane, myself and Julie and many others, I think. District PI chairs. Again, there are only 2 people, okay. Even you, Marion. District treasurer, we don't have, actually we have the only district treasurer elect we're having is Florence Muchibi. So, and that's a rose in our fellowship. TRF cadres, we have quite a number. RLI facilitators, many. District fellowship chairs in the house. We have Rotaractor, yes, Pink Rose. And incoming, Docas. District governors. The blue roses, yay! Okay, we have zone coordinators. Rotary Foundation, we have 1. This public image chair, Jackie Namara, is supposed to be here. I'm a member of our fellowship. Then we have at RI level, going up, we have a member of the Joint Strategy Planning Committee, an advisor of economic development, area of focus, major gifts initiative. And then we have a past RI trustee. The one and only. Okay, yes. Even the president is an RI trustee. Yeah. So we are there. I think we're making good progress. All these are all our milestones. We've supported district programs, some of the initiatives, Rotaract Ladies initiatives. We had a Future Me, a mentorship program, Rotary Cancer Run, we are always there. The Boy Child Uplifting Program, we supported that. Peace building initiatives, end polio initiatives, and family health days. We support all of that. Celebration of sisterhood is what I will also do. We talked about that, and we shared that. Growing partnerships and organizations with clubs is what we are doing as well. We can say now we have some of these Rotary clubs of Kampala, which host the women in Rotary. We are trying to collaborate with them. We have Motive, we have Rotary Blood Bank, Cancer Institute. HLB Jim Roberts used to give us apprenticeship positions for our Rotaractors, and recently we signed on USAID as a partner. Community service outreaches are also done, but also participation and in district conferences and Rotary International Conventions is being done. And in Calgary, we are going back. In case you want to speak, we are here. We also have a booth, so visit us there. We have a few challenges, of course. Engaging our membership, especially as we're growing. It's very hard to engage members in the different countries. So we want to find a solution. Attracting funding to implement large-scale projects. We still have a challenge there. We had big dreams. For example, I had a big dream of doing a sanitary production factory, but we are not yet there. Attracting both male and youth members, as you saw in the numbers, is still a big challenge because I think of the perception that we are only a women fellowship. But this is something that we can really work on and improve together. This comes almost to the conclusion of my slides. When you look at the pictures, aren't we happy? We have our very first female governor for Uganda, Nalongo Gita Manek, in the year 2012, 2013. This is where our journey started. Exactly. Thank you very much, Tusu. But Uganda in particular had the first female governor of District 9200 with 5 countries, as Tusu has mentioned: Eritrea, Ethiopia, Sudan, Tanzania, and Uganda. Uganda was one of them. So we celebrate Gita Manek. Thereafter, in 2018 and 2019, we got another governor for Uganda, PDG Shamila Bat in Tanzania. And her year was the inspirational year. And then we get our first female Ugandan in the year 2020, 2021, and that was the year of opportunities. We called her Opportunity Governor. And then we got a change maker, PDG Young, Young Kimaro, in the year 2021, 2022. And of course, we got our very own. This one, when I'm talking, I'm really happy about it because it's from my own club. And it's a club which celebrates women, so we are happy. So we got our very first female governor for District 9213. Ann Kutu, a magician, with a fellow magician, Agnes, in District 9214. And guess what? We are getting another amazing district governor-elect, Christine. And the journey continues. On Monday, at the membership seminar, we were told that we have had about 18 governors for Uganda. Okay, if you add these 2, that's 20. So out of that, we have 7 are female. We appreciate. But we need to continue growing. I'll just end with a quote: "The empowerment of women is the key to unlocking the potential of a nation," by Michelle Obama. But I would like to add that I think it's the key to unlocking the potential of Rotary. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Surely another round of applause. Now we know what the roses are. Thank you so much, our White Rose Flavia, for telling us more about what we are as Rotary Fellowship for Empowering Women. And just to also clarify, you do not have to be a Rotarian or a Rotaractor to be part of the Rotary Fellowship for Empowering Women. We have a category called the Yellow Roses, where any person, male or female, can actually be part of the fellowship, also with an agenda on our end to get you into Rotary. But yes, there is room for you as well. Let's make note of that. Those online, feel free to always empower women in whatever sphere you're in, but join us so we have a more collective action. Allow me also recognize a couple of attendees online. White Rose Flavia mentioned about chapters we have, consulates we have in different countries, and we are honored to actually have their representatives joining us. We have Rotarian Cynthia Edwards from District 6900. She's actually a district governor nominee, so the list keeps getting higher. We also have Dr. Pratishka Mai, Rotarian Fatima, Rotarian Karti Surajan from District 3234, as well as heading the Organ Donation Club. We also have Rotarian Mukesh from India and Rotarian Sutith Bose online. All right, and then also physically, we are joined by, Sophia Nalule Juko, an honorable member. She's a former National Women Member of Parliament representing persons with disabilities and currently appointed by our own President of Uganda as the Chairperson Equal Opportunities Commission member. But also she's a Rotarian. Kampala Sese, oh yeah? Oh yeah, there we go, there we go. All right, so the next item on our agenda is to actually listen to a Rotary International president. Yes, but I'll request Blue Rose to please come as well. And usher her into the podium, please. Blue Rose past district governor, also our advisor. Let's rise up, please, as we welcome President Stephanie.
Thank you. Good morning, family of Rotary. Good morning. Several years ago, before it was renovated, I had a chance to visit the home in which our founder of Rotary lived, Paul Harris. And even though the home was in shambles at that time, there still was some original furniture and photos in the home. And it was a small house, only 5 rooms. But as I went into each and every room, I noticed that on the wall, there was a photo. And every photo had Paul Harris, our founder, and Jean Harris standing right behind him. So women have been a powerful part of Rotary forever, forever. Before I came up to speak, I asked Dr. Google some questions about the word rose. And of course, we heard already that it's the queen of flowers. But it also said that roses symbolize love, royalty, beauty, sensuality, and mysticism, and also represent achievement and perfection. And when I look out at this audience, I see this beautiful bouquet. I agree with Dr. Google. I think back to the important women in my life, starting with my mother, who taught me to read, my grandmother, who taught me to sing, and both of those women passed on the traditions to me of our heritage, which is from Eastern Europe. My first mentor when I was in a professional job was a woman named Anne. The woman who invited me to Rotary was Eileen. My advisor in my doctoral program was Dr. Kathy. And I think about the first project that I rallied for as I served my district as governor was a project to improve the health of women, because we had every Rotary Club in our district help support securing a mammography unit for a hospital in southeast Poland that didn't have one. And every Rotary Club rallied around that because, male or female, we all have important women in our lives. Mothers, daughters, aunts, sisters. And so the power of women has always been evident to me. It was our past president, Shekhar Mehta, who actually gave a name to what we have been doing all along. He is the one that coined the phrase empowering women. But when I think about the history of our organization, Rotary has always been looking after the education of the girl child, the support of the girl child, and the welfare of the girl child. You know, my first trip to Africa was to Nigeria. And in addition to participating in a National Immunization Day, one of the reasons I was there was to help find projects for clubs in my district to partner. And the project that we ended up partnering on was a microfinance project. So we provided funds to allow women to secure sewing machines and supplies, and to learn the craft, the trade, and then to pass that on. So to me, that was a beautiful, beautiful way that we were helping to empower women. So men in the room, I want you to know that we are not excluding you. We are just catching up. There are so many important ways that Rotarians around the world take a look at the empowerment of our young people. You know, since I have been in the presidential line, that's almost 2 years now, I've had an opportunity to travel around the world. And I can tell you this, I have never, ever met a Rotary Club that wasn't doing something for young people, girls and boys alike. And that makes me very proud as a Rotarian that we are looking at our future and considering how important it is to bring others into this magic of our organization. I frequently get the question, wow, what's it like to be the second female president of Rotary? And I'll share with you the answer that I gave to Rotaractors yesterday. I am not the president of Rotary because I'm female. I was selected because I have the Rotary depth of experience, the skill, the talent, the education, and the drive and passion to do this job. But having said that, I also recognize that I am female. And I know that there are females around the world in all of our Rotary family who will look. And just as we went through that list of females in this room who are in leadership, there will be females who will look and say, well, if Stephanie can do that, I think I can step up to leadership. And I consider that an important responsibility. So I will share with you a message that I also have shared a couple of times this week, and it's my advice to all of us as women. And that advice is, say yes. Life is always more interesting on the other side of a yes. If it's legal and moral, say yes. Sometimes we get stuck and think, oh, I don't know if I can do that. Do I have enough time? Do I have enough money? Am I good enough? Can I really do this job? And the answer is, of course you can. Say yes and then figure it out. Life will always create and bring so many opportunities your way if you're able to say yes right away. The only time we should say no is if we say, no problem. I know that many of you have heard stories about the way men and women think differently, and that is very true, and that's why we need both. That's why we need both. Men and women react to the world differently, and the world reacts to men and women differently. One of my favorite metaphors about our different brains is men's brains are like a filing cabinet, a big steel filing cabinet. And the way they approach things, they open a drawer, they look at what needs to be handled, they deal with it, and they shut the drawer, and then they open the next one. And we need that. We need that. That's really great. Women's brains, on the other hand, are like a circuit board. okay? Ideas bounce around or like a pinball machine and go from here to there to there. That's why I can have this conversation and then stop in the middle and say, Geeta, that's a great shade of lipstick. What is that? And come back. But we need that too, because together we get the blend, we get the best of both. You know, I frequently say to Rotarians, where would your business be if it were only one gender? We really need the best of both. We need those filing cabinets, we need those circuit boards to work together, because when we do, that's when we get the maximum of our potential. So I congratulate you for the work that you've done to establish this very significant fellowship. You know, yes. You know, I mentioned the history of women in Rotary, and if you do any research and go back and look, as early as 1912, there was a very strong woman, I think her name was Anne. It might have been, maybe it was Agnes, I'm not sure, but it started with an A. She stood up at one of the Rotary International Conventions and advocated that women should belong to the organization. And of course, she got shut down. And then along the rest of that time, there were very many other occasions where women approached changing our bylaws or, you know, doing things differently, and it never went anywhere. And of course, there's a very famous club in the United States, in the state of California, the Rotary Club of Duarte, who had the courage to admit women, 4 women, and Rotary, in its wisdom, yanked their charter. So for several years, they operated as the former Rotary Club of Duarte, until 1988, when the US Supreme Court said, nope, Rotary has a business purpose, and because of that, we need both genders in our organization. So congratulations again on recognizing the important contribution that we make to this organization. Together, men and women make Rotary diverse, inclusive, and a place for everyone to say, this is where I belong. I want to serve the world, I want to change my community, and in doing that, I'm going to change myself as well. Thank you so much for listening. All the best.
If it's legal and moral, we say? We say? We say? So are we all walking away today as people who are intentional and people of action to empower women? This yes is lesser. If it's legal and moral, we say? Yes. Okay, by virtue of you saying yes to the last one, you've said yes to the first one. We're empowering women. Thank you. Another round of applause for our president. All right, so we will have somebody else give you a befitting vote of thanks, and allow me to invite our White Rose, Helen. And as she comes to the front, let me recognize Red Roses, who are previous chairs of this fellowship as well in the room. You can stand up for recognition. Red Rose Tina Nachibuka, Red Rose Susan Samala, thank you for joining us. And Red Rose Dokas Tusubira, who brought Now you know why he's standing up, yeah? Get your spouses to join us. And you'll have the loudest ululation in the room. As well, online team, we have not forgotten about you, given us such a large presence. We have 107 online at the top of the hour, I've been told. And special recognition to our India chapter in formation. By that, I mean Indians who are in the country of India are actually forming up, coming together, okay, and joining the Rotary Fellowship for Empowering Women with representation in their country. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Diana. And good morning, Roses. I'm Helen Kawesa. I've been told that we have just like a few minutes to give a vote of thanks, and I'll make sure I fit it into that. I'm a communicator, so when I start talking, I don't stop, so I'm at pains to be brief. But I'll try and fit in. I'm going to start with a quote from a lady from South Africa called Ntozake Shange, who said, "Where there's a woman, there's magic." I wanted to thank you, Stephanie, for bringing magic to Rotary. You've been told about our story as Roses, and you know how we came to be. We had big dreams when we started out in the midst of COVID, but never did we didn't think it would be so soon that would call a meeting, and our chief guest would be the RI president. What a dream. So I thank you, Roses, and I thank you, Rossetti, for dreaming big. And the dreams are here. We have worked hard. I want to thank all the ladies who have worked hard, the RFU board, to make this function happen today. Thank you for the hard work. In 1 week, we managed to pull it off. What can we do in a year? I'd want to thank the Roses, the Blue Roses, who have made it possible. who have made this possible. Yes, I have to be very politically sensitive here, because one of the Blue Roses that we ambushed around a week ago, and he gave us space in the program. Thank you, Blue Rose Ken, for making this happen. I want to thank another Blue Rose, Tusu, who has been our coordinator and gave us advice. I'll ask the members of the board to stand up for recognition. All the members of the board who have worked tirelessly to make this happen. Thank you. Thank you very much. I want also to thank Christine. Please stand up for recognition for being here today, making this happen. And more importantly, I want to thank all of you who are here today. You know the story about the banquet, where you prepare and have a large hotel, a big meal, and no one turns up. Thank you for turning up in large numbers. And thank you for blossoming. In Roses, we blossom. Thank you for the colorful array. Just wave to us so as we can see the colors. Thank you very much. With that, there's no time to say much more. I want to thank you, Stephanie, for taking time to come to Uganda, for seeing what we do in Uganda, for going to the trenches in Uganda and the district to see what Rotary is. We are very passionate about Rotary in Uganda. So you coming here means that you recognize that. And we thank you for that. We've taken it to heart. We have a few gifts we want to give you to go back home with. We were told that you can't carry a lot, otherwise we would have brought a cow. Yes, and a goat. But we couldn't bring them here, and you can't take them back. Now I'm going to be fair and ask, first of all, because you said we are trying to catch up as women with the men, this time I'm going to ask the men to try and catch up with us. I'm going to ask Blue Rose Tusu to come and present something to it's coming, don't worry, just come to the front. He will present it. I'm going to ask another Blue Rose to stand beside Tusu. Coach Bob, can you come and stand beside Tusu as the Blue Roses hand over a gift to you, Stephanie? You can say something.
Thanks a lot. I won't take long. You know, I've enjoyed the company of 3 great women in my life. One of them is Dorcas, the other one is Gitaji, and the other one is Stefan, because I've had a chance to work with all of them. Brilliant. Okay, and that's a beautiful shirt. Where did you buy it from? Men can also think like that. But it's our pleasure, President, and we'll come right there. I believe this is a clock made of Uganda seed. Christine, you have to carry these things for the President. I'll hand it over, but you have to carry it. And you are going to unwrap it so that people see what it is. But let her receive it first, please. With love from the... Oh, it is heavy. It's made of Uganda seeds, so it can be unwrapped. With love from the Roses, and we thank you for honoring us and being with us today. Can you please help Bob? Yes, just rip it off. Now, the weight of this is the same as the permitted baggage on your flight. So we shall charge Christine with the responsibility of ensuring it is delivered to you in Atlanta or some other place. So you can just look at it. Now, this is supposed to be a clock. I'm trying to find where the face is. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. Of course, I wish you luck with the customs in the USA, but get away with it. And then there's another one which Ken will hand over without saying too much, but that's why I won't give you a microphone. You just open it, yes. Open it for her. Christine, please help her because she's like a filing cabinet. He can't, does not open presents. Now you see, the women are working at it. Ken is just looking on. Okay, now that one can be carried. And to express our appreciation to the RI President for honoring us, let us all stand up and sing for, I'll lead the song. Let every good man raise his helmet and glove. Viva la Rotary, to carry a message of service and love. Viva la Rotary, oh, oh, viva, viva la Rotary. Viva, viva la Rotary. Truth is our right, love is our might. Viva la Rotary. The girl with the smile is the lady we love. Viva la Rotary. Who loses herself in the shaming of greed. Viva la Rotary. Fena Wangala, Wangala Rotary. Wangala, Wangala Rotary. Mumazima no kwagala. Wangala Rotary. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was for the Blue Roses. We are not done. I'm asking now Anne and Agnes to come in 1 minute and present the special gift, Ugandan gift. Bright, can you bring it to Stephanie? Please kindly come back for a second. Something to make you remember, especially the Ugandan ladies. No, you can't forget us. This one comes with our love, and we hope you like it. Ladies, let's clap as the DJs hand over something to. I think you can read the message on it, and you can read the message on it.
This gift is presented to Dr. Stephanie Yochik, Rotary International President 2024-2025, by the Rotary Fellowship for Empowering Women during her visit to Uganda. And there is a quote, "Where there is a woman, there is magic."
Thank you very much. Keep it in your hearts. All those are hugs to you. Thank you. Diana? Thank you, ladies, for the generosity and the love.
We have come to the end of our event. But please don't be in a rush to leave. And we have prepared some breakfast for you, so please don't be a rush to leave. Join us. Let's chat more about empowering women and the Rotary Fellowship for Empowering Women. You saw the three ladies, the district governors, Anne, Agnes, and Stephanie. Stephanie's middle name is actually abbreviated as A. So we have 3 A's leading us this year. The magic of Rotary, yeah? So yes, indeed. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. As I've mentioned, it has been such a beautiful, inspiring, and I hope you have enjoyed yourselves. Have we? Amazing, amazing. We're very privileged to host all of you today, both physically and the team online, as the Rotary Fellowship for Empowering Women. Should you like to join us? Should you have any questions? Unfortunately, because of time, we're not going to have a session for that. But any of the ladies in the blue dress I'm wearing, allow me to show it off. We look smart, yes. A round of applause for us. We look very nice. Yeah, this is me trying to get a round of applause for the MC as well, yeah? But thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'll request, the last session is only to have a couple of pictures, photos, for memories. Today is not a day that we will forget. It actually goes down in the books of history. We all agree to that? So I'll request, the first category will actually be the current board of the Rotary Fellowship for Empowering Women, the organizing team as well. Please come to the front as soon as you can so we can conclude this exercise. All right, so we'll be using the banner.
How can you?
Roses. The next category, kindly please walk to the front, will be the past leaders as well of the Rotary Fellowship for Empowering Women. Past leaders, advisors. Please join in for this picture moment as well. Our cream rose, all the previous red roses. This is when we say if you're down to earth at the front, if you're closer to heaven at the back. Yes, there we go. If you are a member of the Rotary Fellowship for Empowering Women, you might as well stay. Ladies, please stay. You're all members. I believe it's important that you also have a moment to have a photo with our president. Yes, blue roses as well, yellow roses. Pass this to Governor Ken. This is when you also shine in a picture. We need some male presence. Hello, how are you? You're well? Good, good. I love how the blue roses are all Rotary officials, leading from the front. Roses. All right, and the last photo, I will request our district governors, Anne and Agnes, to please stay behind. To please stay behind with President. Our last photo, please. Feel free to go take a bite outside as well. They're standing. Okay. Governors, please, this is a beautiful picture. Please join in. Geoffrey is here. Gerald, we see you. Please push behind. Tusu, Ken, please join in. Yvonne, please. If you've ever held the title of governor, please, this is your time. The present, the past, the future. I will request our future, the youth in the room, the Rotaractors, Pink Roses and Rotaractors. Surely you also deserve a photo moment. We are energetic, we can walk faster than that. The chatter among the youth at the front, the Rotaractors, is future district governor, future president. I see the smiles now. Please feel free to have a snack and a cup of tea or coffee before you leave, and departure is at leisure. Tomorrow, we are at the Africa Peace Concert. Just a reminder. Africa Peace Concert, tomorrow evening. Do not miss it for anything. Otherwise, a Happy New Year to everybody.